Another, whenever I think about that person who did something wrong to her, whenever I think about that person and his bad deeds, I just got boiled with anger so that I can do something very wrong to him. All above versions of person show that she always keeps a malicious, vindictive desire to take revenge. Now she never forgives anyone who did something wrong to her in the past. So this is malicious, spiteful, vindictive. What is malicious? Desirous to cause pain, injury, or distress to others. A bad feeling that arises from malice means a deep-seated, often unexplainable desire to see others suffer. It is a strong desire to see others suffer. Spiteful means it is a malicious desire for revenge. It is often petty revenge, not very serious kind of revenge. It is spiteful, just like they spit on the faces of people. Vindictive, disposed to seek revenge, intent to cause anguish or hurt, unforgiving nature. So vindictive is not so deep that he will always take revenge, but he will not be happy. Mild revenge he will take. Spiteful means he has a malicious desire for revenge, but he may or may not take the revenge. Dwells means past disagreeable occurrences. Dwell on means if you dwell on something or dwell upon it, you think, speak or write about it a great deal. Your mind always gets fixed on some particular topic. It is a dwelling. Example, she began to dwell on memories of how her mother had lived her life. Disagreeable means something unpleasant and it makes you feel unhappy and annoyed. Occurrence means different kind of happenings. Past means anything that has happened sometimes back is called past. The occurrences, the incidents which annoyed him in the past, he is not able to forget them, but from time to time he expresses about these incidences in his speech, or they keep on coming into his mind again and again. Means he never forgets those incidences which has annoyed him, or the people who have made some kind of unjust behaviors towards him. So his mind always remains on those incidences or occurrences. For example, the doctor gave me such a bad medicine that I lost my eye permanently. This statement is showing her resentment. Another example is rubric. His medicine made me fat. Instead of slimming me down, I went there for slimming. All my relatives publicly insulted me so much. My daughter-in-law said all kinds of humiliating words to me, but my son did not utter even a single word to stop her from doing so. He remained a silent onlooker of myself. So these are all malice feelings. So all above statements show a strong sense of resentment to wrong done to her. This remains a constant feature in her mind. And time to time she keeps on exhibiting her sense of resentment to the concerned person. Whenever she is alone at night in her bed, the thought of these bad incidences strongly come to her mind and she remains disturbed and sleepless. Another group of rubrics showing her behavior can be understood by following rubric. It is a long list but carry the common feeling or common sense in it. Not that common sense which is usually we use for something. Common sense means has a common feeling in the rubric. Anxiety alone when, anxiety burden, begging, carried, desire to be carried, closing eyes, ameliorate, company, desire for, treats those who approached him outrageously yet, delirium night, delusion day and night, delusion bad, sinking, bad is sinking, delusion sinking to be, discontented with everything, discontented himself with, fear at night, fear alone of being, fear death of alone when, fear solitude of, sadness alone when, and shrieking hell for. So the word meaning of alone and outrageous. Rest of the word you might be knowing very well. So who is alone? A person is alone when he does not feel a sense of binding or connection with other people. That he does not get any support, moral, physical, financial, etc. That he does not get any support from them. A person may feel himself alone even in a crowd because he does not feel supported by them. But even when a person is physically alone, means just one person sitting in a room. Person is physically alone in his room, but he does not feel himself alone as he is mentally attached with his supporters, well-wishers, etc. He feels that any support can be drawn from his well-wishers at the time of need. So Kalikar person who not mentally becomes weak, she needs help of someone he feels himself incapable of supporting himself at the time of need, meaning maybe asthma or some other kind of element where the need is required or help is required. So whenever he feels that there is no one in his reach to help him whenever he needs it, this very idea makes him quite uneasy, meaning anxious, anxiety alone when. So in such situations, even in bed, which is the bed is the place where one feels most secured and comfortable. Even during that situation, he is not at ease, anxiety bad in. Hence, he desires for someone's company, means presence of anyone who can help him out, but being critical by nature, Kalikar is critical, means censorious. Being critical, he finds fault with person and does not treat him properly. The rubric is company desires but treat them outrageously. So what is outrageous? So outrageous is exceeding the limit of what is usual, what is common. So not conventional or matter of fact. Violent, unrestrained, anything that goes beyond all standard of what is right or decent. Example, he has an outrageous disregard for human right, deficient in propriety or good taste. Example, outrageous language, outrageous manners. So outrageous is something very unusual and slightly shocking and is socially and morally unacceptable. Example, she used to say some outrageous things. Synonyms are insulting, shocking, or revolting. So Kalikar considered herself an intelligent, elderly, respectful person because she had done so much for her family that now she thinks that to get respect and necessary help from others is her justified right. Hence, her whole behavior is incited by such feelings. Example, what is this? Why can't you press my legs properly? Press them hard, she shouts. So, if person is pressing your legs to relieve your pain, so you must feel obliged. But Kalikar feels herself a great person that she has done so much, so now she can shout on anyone. So that's why she shouts. But obviously no one will like it. If you just admonish someone or you say something that is justified, people can tolerate it. But if you go beyond that limit, then people will not tolerate it. Just like suppose there is a friend, you have a limit of rights, limited rights over your friend. And friend also does not mind if you remain within that limit. But if you cross that limit, then obviously no one will right. So crossing the limit is outrageous. So suddenly she burst out with such a strong and wrong behavior, but soon she realizes her position and needs. So this realization of her needs makes her milder, and then she starts behaving politely. Because when Kalikar does not mind the bad manners, example, closes her eyes to bad manners, means the one who was not pressing her leg hardly as according to her wish. So of the other person, she is not disturbed by that, means closing eyes uploaded. So Kalikar is never satisfied neither with herself nor with others. She keeps on finding fault with other people's behavior. Example, rubrics are discontented with everything and discontented with himself. So the cause of being discontented with her is that she now is no longer in a position to shoulder the burden of responsibility of others, though she still wants to do that. Hence, this unfulfillment of her desire is the main cause of her being discontented with herself. Hence, she gets irritated on herself. Why can't she sit comfortable by throwing away the burden of all her responsibility? This conflict in her mind. So, antagonism with herself makes her irritated with herself. So, at this stage, Kalikar patient feels herself weaker than before because she has been exhausted by taking so much responsibility. So, at night, when she is alone, all bad thoughts rush to her mind. She feels as if she, means her position in the family, is going down and down, meaning her position in the family is getting lowered by day. Rubric is delusion sinking to be. Now she is not getting the respect which she used to get earlier, well, when she was shouldering the responsibilities, when she was powerful. Used to get earlier when she was powerful. This can be analogized with a sinking ship that one day over the period of time will be destroyed by sinking completely. So she is afraid when she is alone. There is no one to help her at the time of need. So this is alone state. She feels that need of some kind of assistance very much. Rubrics are discontented himself with fear at night, fear alone of being, fear death of, alone when, fear solitude of, sadness alone when, and shrieking hell for. She feels that someone should take her out from the grip of present crisis, means all the problems should be solved by with the help of some other people. So this amounts to the rubric carried, desire to be carried, and shrieking help for. For example, son, please give me some good remedy so that I can get well. So she wants to go from this bad position of sickness to some better comfortable position, and somebody else should do it because she herself cannot do that. So that is why she is asking the help of her son to carry or to relieve her sufferings. Rubric is carried, desire to be carried. She never loses the courage and always remains hopeful that something good will happen. But when she sees the magnitude of her bad condition, she loses her hope, but again she boosts her morale and becomes hopeful. So these state of mind keep on alternating depending on circumstances. Hopeful alternating with discouragement and hopeful alternating with despair. So despair is much more powerful feeling, more depressing feeling than discouragement. But Kalikar never go into depression because of her optimistic nature. So optimistic in spite of weakness. This is a rubric. But weakness means her state of bad position within the family is so much that sometimes she loses hope. But majority of time Kalikar remains optimistic that one day everything will again become all right. So this she feels because she had already invested so much good work by having cared for everyone in the past. So now she deserves a proper respect and good gesture in return. This is the source of her optimism. The rubrics are other rubrics: anxiety cramp during stomaching, anxiety eating after, anxiety dinner during, anxiety breakfast after, anxiety eructations ameliorate, anxiety hungry when, anxiety lying side on right flatulence from, excitement hungry when, eating, fear eating after eating, fear stomach arising from, hurry haste eating while, laziness eating after, irritability eating after, morose eating after, restlessness hunger with, restlessness eructations from, insufficient. So there are so many rubrics concerning the eating and hungry and laziness. Kalikar is a very weak within due to bearing too many responsibility. Now she has become weak. Earlier she was not. He needs nourishment something to eat. So when he is hungry, he is excited and quite uneasy. So doesn't want to eat does not mean only the food, the actual food, but it could be the help in the form of different kind of support that could also be called as food. So if support is given to a Kalikar, then he feels happy. When the conditions, but support from not from everyone or from anyone, whosoever it may Tom, Dick and Harry, but it is should be from the people whom she has already done so much for them. So Kalikar wants support from her family members, not from outside people. So when food is available, he eats hurriedly, but as soon as he eats, his abdomen is distended with flatus. He becomes uneasy and restless. So there is loud belching, but he is not relieved as the eructation is not sufficient enough to relieve that distension of abdomen. He cannot lie, especially on right side, because of flatulence. Hence, after eating, he is restless, irritable, and morose, and does not want to work. So this eating is any kind of support from family members. If someone supports her or supports him, so he take full advantage of it because it relieves him. But I thought comes, oh, I've taken so much support from him. So if I needed more help from him, then he will not give me. So even after eating, even after taking full support from other people, she remains restless. She had already lost so much energy in shouldering the responsibility that now she has become hollow. So to regain her strength, she wants to eat. Eat means emotional support or material food, something. But the abdomen gets distented soon after slightest eating, as if it is now filled with some kind of gas. Though she wants to get relieved by lactation, but deep lactation do not come up. Hence, she become indolent, irritable, restlessness soon after eating. The second very important rubric on physical side is whenever she presses any part of body, loud eructations come up, but she is not relieved by it. This is a very unique feature of Kalikar. Metaphorically, it can be explained in this way. Kalikar is so much filled with resentments because of she bore so much responsibility in the past. If anyone makes her angry or put any kind of pressure on her, pressure on her means by putting more responsibility, burden of more responsibilities. So, but the load of resentment is so great that even after saying all kind of things to the party, the one who is trying to put more burden of responsibilities on her shoulders. So to him, he wants to say all kind of abusive words. So partly she is not relieved of her sulking. Rubrics are fear, touched of being, frightened, easily touched from, shrieking, touch when, started easily, started fright from, as from fright, started noise from, started touched when, started touched when, especially feet or ever so lightly, touched, aversion to being, ticklishness. So the nerves of Kalikar patient are very sensitive and irritation, in a mode of irritation. Means that is why she bears to responsibilities with such efficiency. The nerves of Kalikar patient are very sensitive and irritated. That is why she bears so much responsibilities with so much efficiency. Rubric is touched, aversion to being touched, ticklishness. Hence she jumps, started as if from fright, even by touching ever so lightly. Hence she does not want to talk to anyone about her personal matter, about the cause of her anguished state. She wants to remove her attention from those feelings that make her anguished. Closing eyes amulet. Kalikar patient is very sensitive to colors. The rubric is sensitive colors to. Color means sensitive means anything which is easily affected by something, either positively or negatively, is called sensitive to that particular thing, not for everything. So Kali Carp is very sensitive to colors and to human voices. She cannot tolerate the colors which she does not like. She likes dull colors. Anyone who is depressed and anguished does not like bright colors because bright colors reflect more light, which is the sign of hope, joy, warmth. But Kalika's life at the end is fully filled with pain, suffering, dejection, etc. So at this stage, she likes dull color, not good colors. So other important rubric of Kali Karbar, delusion abides behind him, delusion devil sees, delusion faces sees hideous faces, delusion figures seeing figures, delusion image phantoms sees, delusion image phantom sees frightful, delusion murdered he is being murdered, delusion thieves seeing frightened easily. So there are so many rubrics. Abyss means a very deep, long and wide hole in the ground is an abyss. Another one, a very frightening situation or threatening situation. For example, the world was teetering on the edge of abyss of world war. Murder. Murder is deliberate and unlawful killing of a person. Thieves, who are thieves? Thief is the plural of thief. One thief and many thieves. Thief is a person who takes away someone's belonging without him being aware about it. To achieve this, he does it secretly without using any violence. During thieving, there is no violence. During dacoity, there is violence. So at this stage, she has started feeling that the family members to whom she has spent ruined her whole life are no longer her well-wishers, but secretly are trying to destroy her for their own personal benefits. They are now involved in snatching her powers gradually and secretly. One day they will make her absolutely powerless. Means they will murder her. When a powerful person loses her power or his power, it is like a death to him. It means murdered. So delusion murdered he will be. So she feels that now the condition is extremely horrible. This is all based on Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So once you have done so much and treated them outrageously already, so now when you have become, so obviously the other party has become more stronger, so they will treat you outrageously. They won't care about you because you have said already many wrong things to them. So now her own family members do not take any advice from her in any matter, do not make her involved in any family matter. All of them become absolutely selfish. They have grabbed everything of mine, my money, my house, etc. by changing the ownership in their own name, and they did not let me have even in a inkling of it. Normal behavior of human beings, because human beings are always concerned about our own benefit. After every action of human beings, there is an intention of making good to oneself, not to good to others. If someone does something good to others, act of goodness to others, even in that act, the idea is that in future or after this life, he will receive the blessings of the God. So after behind every act human beings do, idea is to just get benefit, their own benefit. So he remains always in the center of his action. They are slowly making me powerless so that I may not remain strong enough to resist them. So no one wants to make others powerful. Everyone wants to make others less powerful. This is universal law. So delusion murdered he will be. So they are my family relations. Apparently they are my son, daughter-in-law, but in reality they are murderers or thieves who are trying to snatch everything from me. So she feels that the murderers have more the mask of her son. Means the murderers have come in the form of their son. Though their son In reality, they are son, but in another reality, they are like murderers because they are not behaving like son, but they are trying to snatch all her property, etc. Daughter-in-law or some other person. Delusion sees mask. In reality, they are someone else, but behave in a way as they are my son or real relations. In spite of all these fears, delusions, horrible conditions, she remains optimistic that one day everything will be right. Kali Kar patient is very, very optimistic. So the cause of optimism is her sense of responsibility, which had done so much good to the family members that she is hopeful. One day they will realize her good deeds and will start behaving properly with her. So this is very, very, very short description of Kali Kar depending upon my experience. Suppose if there is some other one, you might have experienced or Kali Kar in a different way. So while explaining it, he will explain in a different way. So once you study this Kali Kar from this video and practice, start applying it to the patients, you will have a different kind of feeling and your understanding about Kali Kar will improve further. So every author or every doctor adds something to the previously existing knowledge. So one knowledge is never complete. So this is gaining knowledge, process of gaining knowledge is an ongoing process. No human will ever become perfect. So while after learning something out of it, go to the Materia Medica, go to repertory and again read them. Again try to understand from this point of view or your own point of view, then mix up both and can enhance your knowledge. So this is the way I do. But one important thing is there, you should never get deeply impressed by any author, neither me or nor anyone else. You just take knowledge that this someone has said, apply it on the practice, and then think over it independently, then you will find new avenues. So this is the correct way of studying the remedy and keeping your integrity intact, keeping your personality intact, not becoming slave of any author. So slavery always makes you weak. So be independent, learn from all the sources, apply it in your practice. So keep those things which are applicable in your practice and then try to improve them and then share it. Sharing is must. Unless you share your knowledge, you will not improve. You will not evolve. So this is must. So thank you for watching this video and also paying heed to my so many remarks. So making these remarks, making these comments, I do not say them out of my mind, but I say them every word in this video consciously. I know whatever I am saying is the must to be said to everyone. So don't take my words lightly. Thank you for watching the video. We will meet again. We shall meet again soon. It all depends on you because I will keep on uploading videos on different cases and different medicines and on different topics also. So now it is your desire. If you wish, you can meet me again. I welcome you all. Thank you very much.